I told you no. All
right, this is in the matter of people of the state of Michigan versus Dennis J. Clark, file number 2024-21696FH. I have James Daly appearing on behalf of Mr. Clark and Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. This is the date and time scheduled for a first pretrial in this matter. Mr. Daly, how would you like to proceed today?
Your Honor, I've had several conversations with Ms. Arnold in regards to this. We have exhausted any possibilities of a resolution. There is going to be a trial, and we are prepared to go to trial.
All right. How many days do you think you need for trial?
I think we'd get through in one full day if it was one full day. If we started on a Wednesday, we may need it to the morning.
Okay. All right. Miss Adams, I'm looking for like a 2-day. This is a newer file, so it can be next available. He is in custody.
Okay.
Or you can bring me the file or the book if you got other stuff to do. Either is fine with me.
I'll give it a try, and if it doesn't work, then I'll bring it in. It looks like we've got Tuesday, May 14th open, but we do have another one scheduled for Wednesday, the next day.
Who's the next day?
That is Castro Oliveira is not in jail.
Okay. What was the date again?
Tuesday, May 14th.
Tuesday, May 14th, Mr. Daly.
Trial in Judge Holster's.
Okay, he's not available that day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Next day I'm available. No, not either. Trial all that week.
All right, I'm gonna bring the book in, Judge.
What am I doing? I said, what am I doing?
Oh.
I just went by then.
There's some March dates, but that's probably too soon. Why is it proof of service and notice to appear? Was he not here for arraignment?
No, a couple times.
So have we arraigned him?
No.
Oh, Mr. Daly, so we had an issue getting him here for arraignment before, so we do have to arraign him today.
Okay.
So, Mr. Daly, do you waive the reading of the felony information?
With the reading of that.
All right, and you wish to have your client stand mute?
Yes.
All right, so Mr. Clark, I will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. So I'm looking at Thursday, June 20th, Mr. Daly.
That works.
All right. That would be at 9 a.m. And let's see, so June 20. So I will set a final pretrial for June 5.
He doesn't though. There's no travel.
24 at 8:30 in the morning.
No.
And let's see, I will set a motion deadline of June 5. And then I will set voir dire questions and jury instructions due by May 29. And I'm filling out a scheduling order, and I will have a copy of this put in your box, Mr. Daly.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll see you back for a final pretrial on June 5 with the trial date of June 20 at 9 a.m. Thank you, Mr. Daly.
Judge,
And yeah.
sorry, are we still on the record on Clark?
Yes.
I was having computer problems in my office. I don't think we can try the case in a day and a half. I have the victim, I have siblings to talk about what happened.
Have
And
it down for 2 days.
2 days, I think we might need 3.
Okay,
Sorry, I was
that's
having computer problems in my office.
No, it's okay. What if we started, well, we're closed June 19th. So we could start on June 18 for 3 days. Are you available then, Mr. Daly?
That's on Wednesday?
That would be a Tuesday. We're closed actually on Wednesday, June 19th. But we could start it on June 18.
Okay.
Miss Arnold, does that work for you?
That's fine.
All right, so I'll set it for 3 days, starting June 18th. Perfect. Okay, thank you, Miss Arnold.
Thanks, Judge.
All right, and Mr. Daly, we will get a copy of this to you. Mr. Clark, we are all set, so I'll see you back on those days. Could you let them know I need to see Mr. Ladd next?
Judge, I think he's in Jackson.
Oh, okay, never mind. All right, Mr. Clark, you're all set, Mr. Clark. All right, so I need Sean Carter next. So Mr. Daly, I don't appear to have Jackson.
Okay.
So not yet. So do you have anything in front of Judge Olsaver?
No, I mean, Katie's done it, taking care of that.
Okay, so I don't have Mr. Ladd, so let me check if we have a writ.
I didn't even know I went to Jackson.
Yeah, Mr. Sneed, is he in prison, Miss Adams? Or Jackson County Jail?
Jackson County Jail.
Okay, Mr. Sneed, can you verify whether we have a writ for him or not?
Yeah, I'm reviewing the file now, Judge.
Might not have a writ for him.
Screaming. It's a fucking ballot. Well, that's your fault. You paid $100 for it.
I'm not seeing one in this
Mr.
particular file, Judge.
Still talking about Clark.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I have Mr. Clark.
okay, Clark.
Oh, Mr. Clark, you're all set. Thank you. Okay, hold on. We were confused. Mr. Clarkson Jackson. All right, we're all set, Mr. Clark. I'm gonna disconnect you. Hey, this is Judge Anslow. Could I get Mr. Ladd, please? Oh, wait, let me clarify. Zachary Ladd.
Zachary Ladd?
Yes, sir.
Sure thing.
All right, thank you. So Mr. Daly will get Mr. Ladd. Mr. Mawad, you're here on Kelsey Quinn, right?
2 matters, Your Honor. Quinn and Gutierrez. Gutierrez is going to be a plea. And then on Quinn, because the CPS case court is so busy and backed up on transcripts, I was not able to get it. So I was going to ask for another 45 more days. So I'm trying to get it.
All right, so let's take Kelsey Quinn first. And who is the other one you said you were here on? Oh, Gutierrez.
Gutierrez. Yep, that's going to be a plea.
Mr. Gutierrez in the courtroom? No. Mr. Gutierrez is not in custody. He's not logged in yet, but maybe this could be him. I don't know who this is. All right, Miss Quinn, if you could unmute your device and start your video, please. All right, Ms. Quinn, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Kelsey Leanne Quinn, file number 22-21168FH. I have Elias Mawad appearing, or are you on this one, Mr. Hartung, or is that Mr. Sneed? All right, so I have Elias Mawad appearing on behalf of Ms. Quinn, and I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. This is a date and time set for pretrial. And Mr. Mawad, you stated that you're still waiting for a transcript and you're asking for another date?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, how far out would you think you need that?
I say 45 days. I don't want to go out too long because I don't want to, this case is getting pretty old on your docket. So.
Okay, not my oldest, but let's see. Let's go to April 3rd. How about that?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so we will adjourn this for a pretrial on April 3 at 8:30 in the morning. And Mr. Mawad, can you do the step in order to adjourn?
Yep. And Isaac, can I sign your name? Is that okay?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, great.
All right, now I have Mr. Gutierrez. So Ms. Quinn, you are all set, and I'm giving you notice on the record. Your next date is April 3rd at 8:30 in the morning, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Gutierrez, if you could start your video and turn on your audio for me, please. Thank you. So let me get your file. So this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jesse Gutierrez. File number 2023-21645FH. I have Elias Mawad appearing on behalf of Mr. Gutierrez, and I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. So you're right there, Mr. Glazier?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay, so Mr. Mawad, how would you like to proceed today with Mr. Gutierrez?
So, Your Honor, I did email the plea agreement back. Hopefully you guys have it. I think we sent it to Becky and to Allison.
You have it in my file, yes.
Okay. He's going to plead guilty to possession of an analog, alprazolam, and we're requesting 7411, Judge. And the main charge is going to be dismissed.
Okay, so he's going to plead to count four. Okay. All right, so let me look at this. And 7411, dismiss remaining counts. Okay, is that a correct recitation of the plea, Mr. Sneed? I do have the plea agreement form.
Yes, it is correct, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Gutierrez, you want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, can you state your full name for me on the record?
Jesse Gutierrez.
All right, Mr. Gutierrez, you have heard the statement of your attorney and the prosecuting attorney. Is it your intention to plead guilty to count 4, controlled substance, possession of analogs, which carries a maximum penalty of up to 2 years in prison and or a $2,000 fine?
Yes, I do.
All right, Mr. Gutierrez, are you satisfied with Mr. Mawad as your attorney and the advice that he has given you?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, other than if he's eligible, he would be sentenced or under 7411. Neither the prosecutor, the defendant, nor anyone on the defendant's behalf has discussed any other possible sentence with the court. Is that correct, Mr. Mawad?
Yes, it is.
And Mr. Sneed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Gutierrez, is that correct as far as you're aware?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Gutierrez, if a guilty plea is accepted, there will be no trial. This means that you will be giving up rights you would have had at trial. I'm going to explain those rights to you now to make sure that you understand them. You have a right to a speedy public trial by jury. You may ask for a non-jury trial, and if the prosecutor and court agree, you can have a non-jury trial. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have the prosecuting attorney prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty and you do not have to prove anything. You have the right to be present at trial and to have witnesses against you appear at your trial and ask those witnesses questions. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses you have for your defense to appear at the trial. You have the right to remain silent during your trial, not to have your silence used against you. However, Ms. Teskey, can you mute yourself, please?
And you got more clear.
So, hold on, now I just lost. Do you understand? However, you also have the right to testify at trial if you want to testify. Do you understand that, Mr. Gutierrez?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
I think I skipped. You have the right to remain silent during your trial, not to have your silence used against you. So do you understand if your plea is accepted, you may be giving up the right to appeal issues that would otherwise be appealable had you been convicted at trial? Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand that any appeal from the conviction and sentence pursuant to the plea will be by application for leave to appeal and not by right? Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you are not a citizen of the United States of America, a conviction of a crime may result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States of America, or denial of naturalization. Do you have any questions about the rights that I've given to you, sir?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
So how do you wish to plead to the charge that on or about August 24 of 2023 in Cambridge Township in the county of Lenawee, that you did commit the offense of controlled substance possession of analogs? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Has anyone made any threats or promises to you to induce you to plead guilty to this charge?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that if I accept this plea, you will be giving up any and all claims that your plea is given as a result of promises or threats that were not disclosed to the court on the record during this hearing, or that it was not your own choice to enter the plea? Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Is the defense counsel or prosecutor aware of any promises or threats or inducements other than the plea bargain to induce the defendant to plead guilty? Mr. Mawad
None.
and Mr. Sneen?
No.
All right. Mr. Gutierrez, has your attorney promised you any particular sentence or estimated what your sentence will be in terms of probation, jail, fines, and costs?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And is it your own choice to plead guilty?
Yes.
All right. So, Mr. Gutierrez, on August 24th of 2023, were you in Cambridge Township in the county of Lenawee?
Yes, I was.
And I'm going to butcher the name, but were you in possession of the controlled substance alprazolam?
Judge, actually, I'm sorry to butt in, Allison Arnold for the people. This is the agreement. The defendant is going to offer a factual basis to one of the greater charges, either possession with intent to deliver 20 marijuana plants or more, or possession with intent to deliver 5 kilograms or more of marijuana, to establish the factual basis for the charge he's pleading to.
Okay.
I don't have a
so
problem with
let's
that.
back up. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Gutierrez, on that date and time in Cambridge Township, did you have at least 25 marijuana plants in your possession?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And were you legally authorized to have that many plants in your possession?
No, I was
All
not.
right.
Your Honor.
And when you possessed them, your intention was to sell them to somebody, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you knew that was a violation of the law?
Yes.
And would you agree there were at least 20 plants, but less than 200 plants?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Arnold, are you satisfied?
I am, Your Honor.
All right. So I will accept the plea to the lesser charge, count 4, controlled substance, possession of analogs. All right. Has the court complied with the MCR 6.302 B, C, and D? Ms. Arnold?
You have, Your Honor.
And Mr. Mawad?
You have, Your Honor.
All right, I accept the plea. It has been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. The defendant has full knowledge of his rights. He does have competent counsel. This court has made no agreement regarding the possibility of a plea or possible sentence in this case with the prosecutor, the defense attorney, the defendant, or anyone acting in the interest of either of them, other than that if he's eligible for 7411, he will be granted it. I'm going to refer this matter to the probation department for a pre-sentence investigation. Mr. Mawad, are you available for sentencing on May 3rd at 8:15 in the morning?
Sure, that'll work, Judge.
Now, Mr. Mawad, do you want to be present in person or via Zoom?
No, for the sentencing, you mean, or for the
Yes.
a meeting? No, a Zoom would be fine. That's okay with you.
All right.
Zoom would be fine.
So I'm going to set this matter for sentencing on May. I'm sorry, Mr. Mawad.
Sorry, Judge, I'm down there enough anyway, so you guys are sick and tired of seeing me. So yeah, Zoom's fine, no problem.
We're never tired of seeing you. So, all right,
Thank
so Mr. Gutierrez, I'm going to set this for sentencing on May 3rd at 8:15 in the morning. Your attorney can appear via Zoom if he's here in person. Miss Arnold, would there be any reason you would want Mr. Gutierrez to be present in person for sentencing, or is Zoom okay?
Judge, Zoom is fine as long as he, on the record, waives his right to be here in person if he's
I
gonna.
will, I just didn't know if you wanted, okay. So Mr. Gutierrez, you do have the right to be present in person, but you can appear via Zoom if you would like. So would you like to Zoom in for sentencing, or do you want to be in person?
That's fine, Judge. I can appear via Zoom.
Okay, so we will set that for sentencing via Zoom. So, Mr. Gutierrez, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Tom Moore from the Michigan Department of Corrections. Mr. Moore is going to give you some instructions going forward about how to pick up a packet, how to meet with them, when you're going to be required to meet with them. When you meet with the Michigan Department of Corrections, I need you to be truthful about your background and also the events that occurred. He'll prepare a pre-sentence report. We will provide that to Mr. Mawad and Ms. Arnold, and then you will have an opportunity to review that with Mr. Mawad before sentencing. Any other instructions, Mr. Mawad, or anything? Do you want in the breakout room with him or just by himself?
No, that's okay. That's just general information. I'm good, Judge. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So hold on, Mr. Gutierrez. Let me get you in there. All right, so I'm going to open this breakout room and just go ahead and where to go? Hold on, I just lost it. All right, and go ahead and join that and talk to Mr. Moore. And when you're all done, you can go on your way. All right.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Bye, Jesse.
All right.
Thank you, Alex.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Daly, we're still waiting on Mr. Ladd. All right, is anybody in here a defendant that has a court case today? Sir, what's your name?
Damon Germain.
Say it again.
Damon Germain.
Who's your attorney?
Around,
Underwood? Okay, here you are. I see you in person. Okay, someone else had their hand up? All right, in the back, what's your name?
Mackenzie Miller.
Say it again.
Mackenzie Miller.
Okay. Let me find you. Who's your attorney?
I would run it.
Okay, so she is next door with Judge Olsaver. So she will be with us next. I'm gonna mark it that you're in person, so hold on. Mackenzie Miller in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Mackenzie Ricole Miller, 24-21725FH. Why don't you come up here? All right, and what are do you have any preferred pronouns?
Oh, no.
Okay, so hold on. So Miss Adams, there was a waiver on this file. So could I get a notice of hearing for her? So your attorney had you sign a waiver of arraignment, which meant you didn't have to show up today.
Oh, I didn't know.
But I appreciate you being here today.
Yeah.
So Miss Adams, can I set this for a pretrial on April 17 and you bring her a notice of hearing?
Sure can.
All right. So I'm gonna set this for a pretrial on April 17 at 8:30 in the morning. Do you know how to Zoom?
Yes,
Okay, do you have my Zoom instructions?
I do.
Okay, so my staff's gonna bring you a notice of hearing and then you're all set to go and then you can Zoom for that pretrial, okay?
Cool.
All right, thank you. Anybody else a defendant? No? Mr. Fry, who do you represent?
Samuel Cadis.
Samuel, I got him. Okay, and Miss Dunn, good morning. Who are you here on?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on People v. Cuzno, Ashley Cuzno, and I believe we are very close to a resolution.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to know. I haven't called the case yet. You're talking about Cousineau?
Correct, Judge, yes.
All right. If you grew up downriver, everybody in the city's last name was Cousineau. So
Okay.
I do have her. So let me bring her in. Cousineau was like Smith and Wyandotte. So, all right. Now watch, she probably pronounces it differently. Ashley Cousineau, can you unmute your device and start your audio, please? Maybe. I'm gonna send her a request to unmute. You're all set, thank you.
You.
All right, she is not, oh,
Sorry.
she is. All right, Ashley, pronounce your last name. Say it again.
Kuzno?
See, told you, downriver, everybody's Kuzno. This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Ashley Marie Josephina Kuzno, nice Italian girl, file number 22-21022FH. I have Celeste Dunn appearing on behalf of Miss Kuzno and Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. This is the date and time set for a pretrial in this matter. Now, Miss Dunn, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. I was, good morning, Celeste Dunn on behalf of Ms. Kuzno. I believe we have an agreement to settle the matter. I was just wondering if Mr. Bayonetta was here. I just have a few details to work out with him. Otherwise, we should be able to settle this the next week, I'd say, Your Honor.
Okay, so are we set for trial next week or?
No, I do
No?
not believe we have a trial date.
All right, so I took the trial date off. So we usually have one prosecutor here that covers for everybody back and forth. So I would just reach out to him. My next available pretrial date, let me see here, is I could set it for next week or I could go to March 6th.
Let's see here. Yeah, next week would be great, Your Honor, if that works for my client and the people, that would be fine.
Right. The other thing I could say is if you believe this is going to be a plea, I can set it for another day than a Wednesday.
I believe it's going to be a plea, Your Honor.
Okay, so hold on a second. I can actually set this for, hold on. I could set it for 8:30 on the 27th, which would be next Tuesday. Are you available?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm going to set this over for a plea on February 27 at 8:30 in the morning. And that will be via Zoom. And make sure you get a hold of Mr. Bayonetta before that. So we're just ready to go that day. And Mr. Sneed, can you just make a note that a plea agreement form gets sent to me?
I did. Yes, sir. Thanks.
Okay. All right. So Ms. Kuzno, just log back on next Tuesday morning at 8:30 in the morning. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Dunn.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. You're all set. And Ms. Kuzno, can you do this? Oh, well, Miss Adams, she's already logged off. Can you do the notice of hearing? Thanks, Ms. Kuzno. You're all set. Okay, so Mr. Kadis is here. So I don't know why the jail is not. I've got a million jail windows open. Sean,
Judge?
hold on. Hi from the jail.
Yeah.
So I'm actually ready for Zachary Ladd, Michael Allison, and Sean Carter. And I've got like a ton of jail windows open. I've got like 1, 2, and 3 open for some reason.
Okay, Lad's coming right now. And then, so you said Allison and
Carter.
Carter. Okay,
All right, thank you.
thanks.
Bye. All right, so Mr. Glazier, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, did he say Allison was coming right up? I was gonna
Yeah.
go down and Zoom at my office, but I'll wait till Allison gets on here.
Well, it might be 5 minutes. I don't know where you live, so.
Yeah, no, that's right. I'll just wait till Allison gets
Okay.
in here. I have an
right.
appointment at 9, but I can hold that up.
All right, Mr. Kadis, can you hear us? Samuel Kadis, I've just sent you a request to unmute. All right, and I have somebody in jail window 1, Mr. Ladd.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, hold on, Mr. Ladd. Let me grab your file. I got Mr. Daly here. So, Mr. Cadis, I don't know if you can text him. I've sent him a request to unmute his device, but he might have took a coffee break. All right, so this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Zachary Lawrence Allen Ladd. We have file number 22-21116 FH, 23-21646H FH. We have 24-21680 FH, 24-21681 FH, 24-21682 FH, and 24-21683 FH. I have James Daly appearing on behalf of Mr. Ladd, and I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people. So, Mr. Daly, I do have Mr. Ladd from the jail. How would you like to proceed, Mr. Daly?
Your Honor, I've had several conversations.
I was trying to unmute it, but it wouldn't work. I got it now.
Somebody, all right, Mr. Cadis, thank you. Hold on, Mr. Cadis. We'll be right with you. All right, Mr. Daly, you've had several conversations with the prosecutor.
And I took a proposed resolution over to Mr. Ladd that would resolve all of the charges against him. Mr. Ladd has expressed no interest in these resolutions, which means all of these cases are going to have to be tried. They can be bundled the best they can, but there are multiple charges out here. I'm ready to start trying these cases unless Mr. Ladd changes his mind.
So, Mr. Daly, Judge Olsaber and I have worked out where we can actually rotate jury panels. So we could probably do one trial a month with Mr. Ladd for the next like 7 months, or give you a little bit more of a break. So, Mr. Ladd, your oldest file is 22-21116 FH. And let's see, do we have any other that are FCs? Let me see here. No. Okay. So that would be the first trial. And let me see, who's the actual prosecutor on this file, Mr. Daly?
On that file, I don't know who that's going to be, Judge.
All right, so there are 3 counts of felonious assault and 1 count of disturbing the peace. Was the plea offer on that file a 90-day misdemeanor, disturbing the peace?
On that part of it, there's several other charges out there. He had basically the whole proposition or proposal would have put him in prison for approximately 4 years, which is a substantial reduction from where he could be now, including some of the charges allow this court to stack the sentences if they choose to. I don't think the court normally likes to do that, but they can.
All right.
Again, it's just a multitude of charges. I can't do anything other than try them. Mr. Ladd's.
All right, so hold on, Mr. Ladd. Okay, 0. All right. Becky, I have a note on file number 24-21681 that we don't have a felony information. Is that valid?
Let me check.
I don't see a felony information that we received in that file, but it's that's a bunch of R&Os. Okay, hold on. Your note, so I'm assuming it's correct. R&Os. Okay. Let me see what this one is.
What file was that?
I don't know. Let me see. It was 24-21681 FH.
Okay, yep, it looks like we received one on January 29th.
Good. All right. So most of those are 4 years and 2-year felonies. And then we get to 24-21683 FH. He's charged with home invasion 2nd degree, which carries a maximum penalty of up to 15 years in prison, as well as assault with intent, which carries 10 years in prison. And let's see, and then on file number 23 dash, okay. So those are the greatest charges. All right, and Mr. Daly, so, and then the plea offer from the prosecution is that he does 48 months in prison.
That was how I calculated that. That's an estimate on my part. Could have been more, could have been less, but that would have been
So
the range depending on what the court would determine the guidelines to be, but that's the range we would be.
okay, okay. All right, so Mr. Ladd, do you understand all of what Mr. Daly's explained to you?
I guess, but I got a statement I'd like to make for the court today. I don't feel like
Mr. Ladd, so I need you to hold your head up and I need you to talk, because when you're talking down, I can't hear. So, Mr. Ladd.
What's going on, but I have a statement I would like to make to the court today about Mr. Daly, bro. I mean.
So, Mr. Ladd, okay, so, Mr. Daly, you're a public defender, correct? So, Mr. Ladd, what I would say to you is that you are appointed a special public defender because of whatever other reasons, but you have a public defender. So, if you're not satisfied with your public defender, your options are to represent yourself or hire an attorney, okay? Mr. Daly is a very experienced attorney. You may not like what he says, but his job is to be truthful with you. You have many, many, many charges against you, and you have many, many, many files. All of those potentially could stack at the time of sentencing. The prosecutor has made a plea offer to you, and Mr. Daly, it sounds like, has explained it to you. Obviously, if you need more time to talk with him, he will accommodate you. He always does. But, you know, it's his job to explain, this is what you're charged with, this is the plea offer. And then at the end of the day, it's up to you on whether or not you take that plea offer. Now, I can set this for another day where we can take more time to talk to you on the record about what the plea offer is and what the penalties are. Would you like that?
But I would like a time agreement or a killable or something. I don't understand this stuff, bro. And
okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. So Mr. Daly has no control over a Killebrew agreement. It's up to the prosecutor whether to offer that or not. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set a date over where we have more time. Hold on, Mr. Ladd.
I just take the plea.
No. Hold on. I'm going to actually set a time over so that we can all kind of sit down and talk about this. I actually, Mr. Daly, have next Thursday available in the morning. Are you available anytime during the morning, Mr. Daly? I don't have a whole lot going on that morning because I had a trial fall out. So I could have him brought over around 9 and we could have the prosecutor here and we could do a bench conference and also take some more time to explain this to Mr. Ladd, because I know he's got a lot of files and he's probably confused.
Next Thursday works, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Ladd, I'm going to set this for a bench conference pre-trial next week on February 29th at 9 a.m. And whoever the prosecutors are on all these files, Mr. Sneed, I don't know. So bench conference and pre-trial 2/29 at 9 a.m. And we will bring you over for that, Mr. Ladd. Do you want to Zoom or be in person?
Be in person, please.
All right, so I'm going to bring you over in person and then we can go through all of it with you. And if you wish to take the plea, you can take the plea that day. Okay?
I appreciate you.
Okay, Mr. Daly, can you do the step in order to adjourn to 2/29 at 9 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. We'll see you back on that day. You're all set, Mr. Ladd.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Daly. Okay. All right, so Mr. Cadis, Mr. Fry. Hold on. No, I got this file here somewhere. See, Mr. Glazier, you could have made it to your office by now. Stuck his file, there it is, put it with Mr. Ladd's files, okay. This is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Samuel Eugene Cadis. Is that how you pronounce it? Cadis?
Yes, ma'am.
File number 23-21648FH. I have Isaac Sneed appearing on behalf of the people, and I have Brian Fry appearing on behalf of Mr. Cadis. This is the date and time set for a pre-trial conference in this matter. Mr. Fry, how would you like to proceed today?
Yes, we do have a resolution to this case, Your Honor. I believe the prosecutor has supplied an amended information. We have also signed a plea agreement form and submitted it to the court. So the plea agreement in this case is my client will plead guilty to count 3, weapons, firearms, brandishing in public, and the added count 4, use of controlled substance.
Is it use of cocaine?
Use of cocaine, yes. Which is a 1-year misdemeanor, and the brandishing is a 90-day misdemeanor. The count 1 and count 2 would be dismissed. On count 3, which is the brandishing, my client, there's a sentencing agreement for Haida. And on count 4, the use of cocaine, there's a sentencing agreement to 7411.